Could this brown paper lunch bag be the answer to what I've been searching for? Could this be my monthly planner? Welcome to the messy junk room where we create whatever. I wonder. I have been making up these journals using the brown paper bag, the lunch bag. I love doing these up. They're quick and easy to do. You can stuff a lot of things in here. And they also seem to be the journals that sell, which I find really interesting. And then you have all up here to put things in. I love making these with students because, again, they're just easy to make. I've been wanting to do a planner. And I've been watching Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and I thought I could do that. I could make my own journal, paper bag, put in some signatures. I love making this kind of journal as well, but I just don't have the time right now to put into that kind of a journal, even though it would be great. I need something that maybe is already made. I thought about a composition book where I could just fill it up with some writing and highlight things that happen throughout the year. And I'm like, that might be too much work too. And as I was finishing up these, I thought, could I use this to make a planner that I use to highlight the month? This would be, I would be looking at January and what happened in January. And I think this is the answer. I could have the date up here, 2025, and get bigger rings to hold 12 months worth. This could be January, so I get a double page. I can put things in here, maybe pictures, tickets, whatever happens. I could also use it for writing spots, tags for writing spots, and I could put things in here. That could be January, February, March, April, May, and that's with 6 of these paper bags. I want to do that, but I don't want to decorate it all at once. I want each month to be different. The first thing I need to do is get paper bags that are all the same. I think the beautiful thing about it is if I have a month that there's more that happened, I could add another page. I want to make sure I don't want this. I'm going to trim all of them now. It will also be good as I, learn new techniques and stuff to use that learning in here. I'm going to take off about that much, so the second line on my trimmer, and I'll do them all now. And by doing it all at once, I won't forget where my line was. You can use scrapbook paper. You can use digis to decorate. You can use anything you have. What do I want to use for January? January is cold and snowy here in Canada. Maybe a wintry scene. I have found some scrapbook paper that is a set, and it's a close to my heart paper, and it's called Spruced Up, and I think this is beautiful paper for January. Got lots to work with. Now, because I make these a lot and I make them with students, I've already got templates ready to go. But let's just make sure that this template will fit this paper bag, because what I have found is that all brown paper lunch bags are not the same. I'm going to want to make it a little bit longer and a little bit more narrow. Do it here on the back side. So I'm thinking I'll leave a little bit here and a little bit here. And I'll trace this and then cut it out, and then this might be the new template. Now, a tip that I tell students, because students tend to want to trace their template in the middle of the page, and when I forget to tell them there's a better way, because you'll get more out of your paper, they go to the middle. What you want to do is start on your edges and get as many as you can out of your page. If I was to make just one journal using 6 brown paper bags, lunch bags, then I would need 6 sheets, 6 bottoms, and 6 backs, and then tags and everything like that. So now if I want to make another one, I can. Let's bring this back. Make sure. Oh, I did not do a very good job. Oh, I didn't want to go. Oh, I know what I did. I didn't want to go out. How's the length? Oh, the length too. Let's take a little bit off the side. Oh, I totally did that all wrong, didn't I? A little bit more. Can I live with that? Nope, it's too small now. I could do it this way. Maybe right there like that. And then I'll just make a little mark here. Isn't? Oops, I did that the wrong way. Oh no. Ah. I keep these strips that are on the paper. Sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't, but you can use these for a lot of different things. Now, orientation is important here. Let's try this again. Yikes. Let's go right in the middle. Yep, I can live with that. I can live with that. Let's just mark this right here. Make sure I think that is perfect. What I'm going to do now is get a thicker cardstock, trace this, so this will be my template for this journal. A box would be perfect for this, cracker box, any type of box. I'm going to write on here, planner, paper bag, template. I do not glue the bottoms until I've got my papers, the background papers ready. I do put in a little bit of glue here to hold this down. The other thing that I do now is I rip this part off, because what I've started to notice is that it interferes with anything being put in the pocket. Now, these paper bags are different than the other ones that I was using. So to help with this, so that nothing gets stuck or ripped, we can just use some tape. It's good to have some masking tape in your stash. Just glue. You could glue it. Just tape it down. And that will take care of the inside. Glue this down. Again, these steps are optional. And I want that one. And what were the other options we had? I want to use as much as this paper as I can. If I cut it here, these are the perfect sizes for tags. This too is where you can decide if you're going to ink the edges, and I think I am going to ink my edges. Scorched timber, I think, is what I'm going to go with. Get this as close as to the width up there. I think that's good width. I think so, yep. And then once you have the template done, it's pretty easy from here. Wrong one. In here. And I'm just going to write on here bottom. And again, cut this out handy. This point is where I will glue the sides to create the pockets. And when you're doing this, we have to keep in mind that we are punching holes. So whatever you're going to be doing on your pages, you have to know that there will be holes. I'm just gonna put the clamps on for that one. Do this one. And we'll let those dry. These have had a chance to grip. Now the fun part is decorating them. And if we go back to the ones that I've made, I've just done little clusters. I like to have something on each page. Just something small. It doesn't have to be big. This one just has the flowers. I do like lace on all the pockets. This one here, again, just using up things that I have. Things that match the paper set that I used. Because it's January, I don't want any butterflies. I think this one is very pretty. And I just use my art glitter glue. I'm going to put it right up to the edge. So just leave that. I have this, and I thought this kind of reminds me of snowflakes. I'm just going to dab the ends, especially on this one, so they don't fray. I should do it on the other one as well. And we'll actually, I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. more. I found some birds that I think will work. I liked this little one a little bit, but I've since changed my mind. There's this one, but again, changed my mind. There is this bird, which has similar coloring. And there's this little cutie. This one. Nope. There's that one. Nope. And then I found this bird, which is exactly that bird right there. Don't like white at all around my images. So the trick will be to cut without wrecking my image. Ink around the edges a little bit. That might help. Oh, we have to have music if we've got birds, right? For sure. So we'll just make a little collage. Ooh, this is a nice old piece. I like to have 3. I like that. Maybe some cheesecloth, because it is winter and they're probably hunkered down in a nest somewhere. Although these little chickadees, I hear them in the evenings. I'm like, aren't you guys cold? So we put that there. Okay. Let's get this down. This piece is very fragile. Put that down here. I love the font in this writing. Oh, it's gorgeous. So gorgeous. I don't know what it says, but I sure do love it. Just to add texture and contrast. Just put a little bit of glue here to hold down the cheesecloth. A little bit. It's kind of in the center. Bring back the thread like so. And then we will glue this little feller down. And that will help keep the rest of it all glued down. And you can see the notes. And then a sentiment. I think I'll do one day at a time. And all those one day at a times add up to be a month's worth. And those one day at a time goes really fast. Right there. That one is done. The other thing I need to remember to do is to put the month. And I think I'm going to use this set here by May Made It and use these right here. So we have January, and it could go here, or it could go side like that. I could put it up here. I could put it down here, down here. You get the idea. You can put it wherever you want. I think I want to emboss. Embossing Dabber. Wonder if this is going to work. How new is this? I don't remember. And we can emboss with Stardust. I just want to see. Scrap a piece of paper here. Oh, yeah, it's juicy. Okay. So let's dab this. And I want to make sure it gets good coverage. Yep, okay. I'm going to put it right here. January. Probably be a good idea to get something underneath there. Ooh, don't you just love the sparkles? It's good to have a little paintbrush. But I think that's good coverage. There's going to be sparkles everywhere. Very subtle. But it's there. I might have to get more embossing powder of different colors. And what do I want here? I would like a calendar there is what I'd like. I'm going to cut this down. I want a journal card in the back. I have to make sure because there's going to be holes that I still have to punch in. So I'll go this way. That should be good. And then I'll mark this. Cut this down. I have this whale tail punch. And I'm going to see if I can get a bird. Oh, that's going to go right in the middle. What about this one? Starting here. going to start right here is where the first one's going to start. We're going to glue this on. And this just makes things easier to get out of the top pocket. Beautiful. So that will sit in here for something. Now this is perfect size. We'll just cut. This is just an old card with different angled corners. You can also use a punch, or you could just use scissors. Whatever is easiest for you. But this gives them the same angles. And I can think of what I want to put on here, if anything. But we know that matches. I'm thinking I might want the trees. That would be a nice journal card just like that. So I'm just going to leave this as is. That just is going to go right in there like that. I've got a card in there. This, I'm not going to put anything in here yet because I know there's some things I will need to put in. Of them, some things that I've done in January. So I need to find a calendar. I think right here would be a nice little square calendar. I think that's a good start. I have to decorate this, and I'm not sure if I want to do that now at the beginning or wait until I'm a little bit more in, or even at the end of the year, and maybe use like several of the papers. I don't know, but I'm going to leave it for now. This is going to be a little series. I'm going to have to do a part 2 for January so that I can fill this stuff in that happened in January, to write about it, to put a couple of keepsakes in it, and then get ready for February, because we're already into the second week of February. But I like where this is going. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.